Playas, how you doing? Welcome back to another episode of Playas Guide. On this episode of Playas Guide, it is the fourth and possibly the final episode of the Wii U collecting journey. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're a Wii U collector, please consider subscribing to the channel because I have a plan to create more Wii U content that I'll be releasing down the road. I also talk a lot about retro video games and video game collecting in general on this channel. Now, I was set it out at the beginning of this year to collect every Wii U game. I already had just over 100 games, but the remainder, about almost 60, just over 50. I got to go through and count them, spending only $20 a week. And then I stepped my budget up to about $100 a month to $20 a week, somewhere in that frame of $80 to $100 a month. And I've been able to achieve that so far, and I've been keeping track of how much I've spent on each purchase. I'm now down to just 4 games, and hopefully you're going to see all of those games in this video. To start things off, for $40, I picked up Just Dance 2019, and trying to show that to you without the glare. That was listed as very good condition on eBay. Actually, it was listed as $50, very good condition. I got an offer from the seller. They knocked $10 off, $40, which I see this game in every game store, usually $50. I passed one up for $30, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it since. And now that I'm down to the last 4, I thought I would just pick it up if I was able to get it under 50, and I was. I picked up this game listed as brand new, again on eBay, Steam World Collection. So this both these games I was actually hoping to get in very good condition or new, because I probably won't be playing them very much or at all. I have Steam World Dig. I played that on the Nintendo eShop. I probably picked it up for maybe $3 or $4 back when it was on sale a few years ago. And Steam World Heist I did want to play, and I think I will be playing it because I want to tell you a few things about this game. This game, when I first saw it listed as brand new, I think it was about $80 US or something like that. I made an offer on it, and I got it for, I think, just over $60 Canadian for what was listed as brand new sealed. Now, what I noticed on the game was this little logo back here that says this game was pre-owned. Any offers or bonus content online may not be available with the purchase of this product and may require additional fees. And when I got it, I found out that I couldn't pull that off. It is on the inside, so it is not an authentic seal. And you can see by looking at it that the seal looks similar to a factory seal, but the plastic is much thicker and is not quite the same configuration that factory seal would be, although it is pretty close. Being someone who's opened many Wii U games and has many sealed Wii U games and Wii games, which have the same seal, it's quite clear that this is not a factory seal. Here's the thing with this. Now, I messaged the seller asking about if this game is brand new and if they would reduce the shipping rate, because the shipping rate was quite a bit. I think it was over $20. And then when I went to cash out, the import fees were $20 as well. So the game pretty much doubled at the checkout in price because of what it costs to ship it. And at that point, I committed to the purchase thinking, whether it's new or used, it looks like it's in great condition, which you can see here. And I didn't want to leave negative feedback because I did see this thing on the back. Where I'm really becoming skeptical of this is that I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you here that I'm opening it up because I want to verify that it is an authentic game inside. Because you could easily take a Wii U case, print off, or even not print off and put a banged up game, something that's all scratched up, a different game, nothing inside of it all, a blank disc, and seal it up and, mark it as, hey, I'm selling these brand new games. For the month of December, I was down to just 2 Wii U games left to complete the collection. Those games were Wheel of Fortune, which I picked up here, and Zelda Twilight Princess HD. And I got both those games, and now I'm the proud owner of a complete Wii U set. Now, the little story behind these games is I found Wheel of Fortune was getting listed higher and higher, but there were still some more reasonably priced copies on eBay, and I decided to put in an offer on one of those copies, which was accepted from a Canadian seller. So shipping wasn't too bad. It might have been, I think it was for, so here's the thing. I think it was about $18. So this game I got for 50. This game, I also found that same seller had this game that I wanted and was willing to take an offer. I think it was $91 and combined shipping. So I only had to pay the shipping of one game and I was able to get both of them. So that's a total of $130 plus the shipping if you want to count the 18 on it. Some of you might. So going a little bit over budget for December, which, as you know, the budget's $100 a month. But previous months in the summer, I wasn't picking up any games at all. So it still works out to under budget overall for the year of 2023. Now, both these games are in great shape, but neither of them are brand new sealed. And I think I will be playing these. Here's the strategy that I was going for, though, with Twilight Princess. That was the final game that I picked up. And the reason why is because I've seen this one around $100 or more pretty steadily over the past few months. And I was hoping that it would start to drop down or that there would be a Nintendo Switch release and the price would plummet, which I still think could happen for this game, but it didn't. So this is, to my understanding, the most desirable version of this game. So a lot of Zelda fans flock to the Twilight Princess HD version. And another thing with my strategy, if you've looked at a lot of games over the past year, a lot of them have seen a little bit of a dip or plateaued in the market. The peak is not what it was the past 2 years for video game collecting. It's lost a lot of steam, but Wii U is still young enough that there's a lot of games that have been really reduced in price over the past few years that I've been able to pick them up for $5 or $10, and I just don't see these games getting much cheaper than that. Twilight Princess, that is actually the most expensive game. That's the most I've ever paid, was $91. That's not too bad for me. That's the most I've paid for any Wii U game. Some of them are worth more than that now. And I think a lot of these games, if we look back 10 years from now, I'm going to be glad I, picked them up now and didn't, drag it on any longer. As well, over the next few years, there may be more people starting to collect for the Wii U. I do not see many people collecting for the Wii right now. That's something I'm starting to dabble in a little bit, but I certainly would not want to go for a full set. It's a small set, so it's easier to accomplish. There's a lot of good games on the Wii U. The discs are high quality. The one thing I will point out, though, that not all, but most discs have this, where they're made of this recycled plastic. So if you are looking to get into or complete your Wii U collection, pay a lot of attention to any little nicks or dings that might be in the plastic or the paper, because it can easily be torn, especially when there's a hole in the plastic like that. And over the years, I'm positive that we will see more and more complete Wii U games with front label damage. So getting the games earlier on that means something to you is what I would recommend. I think it's a good strategy because they're going to probably become harder to find in good condition. And um, I'm going to lean towards, maybe not today or tomorrow or next year or the next 3 years, 5 years, we'll see. But I do think those games will go up in price over time in some form. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in and following me on this Wii U collecting journey. There will be more Wii U content. I plan on going over the entire collection, giving it an analysis, some different tips and tricks and strategies that I used to buy my games and find deals, which I have discussed a lot of those if you've been following the Wii U collecting journey. I'm not sure what I'm going to work on next. I think I'll be probably trying to fill some different interesting things in this cabinet that I've always wanted to own, but didn't really have the means of displaying it properly. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and following Playas Guide on all of the social media links before. We got a great community over on Discord too. Until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.